Hello, and welcome to another Webinar Wednesday. I'm Jason Hauser, an editor here at the RCU, and today I'm going to introduce you to our CTE Promotional Toolkits. In today's webinar, you'll learn what the toolkits are, where to find them, and how best to use the toolkits to promote your school's CTE programs. Keep in mind that CTE month is just around the corner, and the material we'll go over today will help you and your colleagues gear up for February. So let's jump right in. What are the promotional toolkits? The toolkits are a collection of resources designed to help you promote CTE programs in your schools, your systems, and your communities. We hope you use the contents to engage colleagues, administrators, and the public. Before we get into what those exact materials are, though, first we need to tell you where you can find them. Like most everything else we do here at the RCU, including these webinars, we've made the toolkits available for download on the RCU's webpage at rcu.msstate.edu. From the main page, you can click on the Communications tab and then select CTE Promotion from the drop-down menu. Or you can navigate directly to the site, which is hosted at rcu.msstate.edu/CTE Promotion. Once there, you'll see we have two toolkits for you to download. The first is the CTE Promotional Toolkit, which includes general resources for promoting your programs. Below that, you'll find the CTE Month Toolkit, which has materials designed especially with CTE Month in mind. So let's take these toolkits one at a time. Once you download the toolkit and unzip the files, you'll see it has a ton of helpful stuff. First, we've included a PDF of what's contained in the toolkit. You'll see that there at the bottom, labeled onewelcome.pdf. When you click on that file, this is what you'll see. In scanning the contents, you'll notice that the toolkit contains research-based articles and infographics that help correct misconceptions about CTE. We've included, for instance, materials that address how CTE prepares students for both college and careers, as well as data that demonstrates how secondary level CTE programs provide a technical and academic knowledge base for a wide variety of careers. We also have materials that go into more detail about how to promote your programs via social media, content that explains the necessity of CTE programs for today's economy, and a study conducted by the American Federation of Teachers that surveyed nearly 600 CTE educators to document their experiences. Finally, there's also an article from Inside Higher Ed that explores the difficulties of combating negative CTE stereotypes and addressing gender imbalance. Altogether, these articles and infographics offer a fair and comprehensive look at where CTE stands right now, as well as the opportunities and challenges that the future holds. Our graphic designer has also created posters in a variety of sizes that communicate the importance and benefits of CTE education. These can be hung in your offices, around the halls of your school, or even be included in any promotional material that you assemble for the community or your local chambers of commerce. There are posters that speak to CTE's ability to empower students, posters that remind us that CTE students graduate at a higher rate than both state and national average, and posters that help CTE shed the reputation of earlier VOTEC programs. Many of these posters are available as both PDFs and docs, which means they're customizable, so that you can use them to promote specific events and shed light on specific initiatives at your school. Here's a look at an example of some customizable material. You'll notice that you can put in info relevant to your school or program either here or here. You'll also find a PowerPoint presentation that you can use to promote CTE in your community. If you open the presentation folder, you'll see there's a how-to document that explains how the presentation is designed to be shown to local business leaders and your area's chambers of commerce, as well as local government officials. There are also suggestions for how to customize the presentation to meet your specific needs. This is a really fantastic and easy to tailor resource that'll help you put together impressive presentations in no time. Here's where you'll find those infographics that summarize the research on the effectiveness and perception of CTE programs. These fact sheets and collections of data are invaluable in justifying the allocation of school and district resources to CTE programs. To that same end, you'll also find a collection of general tips for promoting your programs. These include how to cultivate a social media following, expand online engagement, recruit students, and take high-quality photos of your school's work, in addition to step-by-step instructions and templates for the creating and disseminating newsletters and writing press releases. I'd like to especially emphasize the PDF that explains how you can submit your CTE stories to Connections, our in-house magazine that reports on the cool and innovative work that CTE students and educators are doing in Mississippi. Finally, you'll find a CTE Matters flyer that you can customize. This flyer contains generic info about all CTE pathways in the state, but you can tailor it to be more specific to your career and technical center, school district, or community. While all of these materials can be used to promote your programs year-round, they are especially useful in February, which is National CTE Month. To further help you participate in CTE Month, we've included a second collection of materials specifically aimed at February celebrations. As with the CTE Promotional Toolkit, once you've downloaded and unzipped the files, we suggest you start by looking at the welcome document that provides an overview of the materials. The document tells you that you'll find a 2019 CTE Month poster and various press kits that include Pathways flyers, CTE Month letterhead, and a quick primer on what CTE is and why it's important, as well as a fact sheet of Mississippi CTE data. You'll also see a media fact sheet that includes the most recent numbers from Q surveys on the demographics and effectiveness of social media uses on a platform-by-platform basis. The welcome document also reminds us of the CTE slogan, Celebrate Today, Own Tomorrow. It has links to downloadable versions of the CTE Month logo and an overview of trademarking guidelines. There are also links to CTE Month success stories, venues where you can purchase CTE Month merchandise, and other resources that you might find useful. So clearly, between these two toolkits, there is an overwhelming amount of material. We encourage you to download the toolkits and peruse them when you can. Click around, find the stuff that works for you, find the stuff that you can customize to best suit your needs. And remember, we're here to aid you in ensuring the effective promotion of your programs. If you have any questions or suggestions for other materials to include, don't hesitate to give us feedback. You can send in a help desk ticket through the RCU website or email us directly at helpdesk@rcu.msstate.edu. Finally, I'd like to remind you that an easy and effective way to promote CTE in Mississippi is by requesting and distributing copies of Connections, which you can get by going to rcu.msstate.edu/connections. Leave these lying around your school or in the teacher's lounge. Send them to your principal, local government, and chambers of commerce. And tell us your stories too. We'd love to hear from you. Well, thank you for joining us today, and remember to spread the word about these webinars. Also, tune in next month. We'll be back at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, January 9th to discuss media outreach and photography. Again, feel free to send just your ideas for webinars, and we look forward to seeing you guys again.